Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Beyond Good and Evil playthrough. And there's Mr. DeCastelec.
His name's DeCastelec.
DeCastelec.
I thought it was DeCadillac, considering his car. But
I'm pretty sure that was the effect they were going for with the word, but it's DeCastelec.
Nah, that's bullshit. I'm gonna call him Cadillac.
Notice that this is a hover car that just happens to look like a car that should have wheels.
My employer, Mr. DeCastelec, like all the inhabitants of Hillis, wish to see an end to this war.
This car pops out like nothing else.
Yes.
Like it's this organic environment.
The Dom's monsters have
Yes,
already invaded
indeed.
every corner of our planet.
so do we find out more about the Doms are the name of the aliens, right? Do we find out more about their deal as the game goes on?
Actually, no, we don't. We also don't find anything out about the other main villain in this game. It's a really weird narrative shortcoming, and I would be more accepting of it if I thought there was a sequel on the way. But that's probably not going to happen. But, in this game alone, we find out virtually nothing about the Doms besides they're evil, and Jade has a mysterious connection to them, which we never find out about because we only find out about that at the end. Ubisoft, make the sequel, please.
And from what I've played and from what I've seen, Beyond Good and Evil doesn't seem like one of those games where it's draw your own conclusions sort of storytelling.
No.
It looks like they just plain fucking forgot.
Not so much forget. The game was supposed to be the first in a trilogy, I believe.
Well, they were playing 3 games.
Yeah.
Never a good sign, in my opinion.
Yeah,
No.
you really can't plan for a trilogy when you're starting, just because.
Yeah.
Again, what if people don't buy your game?
Well, you can plan for it, but let's look at Arkham Asylum as an example. Okay, that game stands on its own as a story, but it does leave certain threads hanging that they brought back in the later games intentionally.
Yeah, but those threads have nothing to do with the plot of that game. With it, like that, the game as an individual title.
Well, if you think about it, significant parts of Arkham City and Arkham Knight had to do with Venom and Joker transforming into a frickin' Hulk monster for some reason.
Yeah.
It was a dumb as hell boss fight, but they used it well in the future game's plots.
Those are plots that you can expand upon easily.
Yeah.
If
if
the first game sells well.
By the way, these are fart-powered boots. In case that wasn't clear enough in the dialogue.
Okay, so that zoom on his ass was not for nothing.
Yeah, methane. He compresses his abdominal muscles and fuels it with methane. They're fart-powered boots. And yeah, this is where we're introduced to Paige's super attack. He uses his jet boots to burst into the air and then does a butt bounce.
Fart-propelled rockets.
Yeah. You can use this both in combat and to solve certain slightly physics-based puzzles. I say slightly physics-based because that was clearly not physics at work. That was a pre-programmed jump into the air.
So RPFs, rocket-propelled farts, fart kits.
Yes.
I thought this was supposed to be a deep game with a mature storyline.
That's what people want a sequel. They just want to see Paige fart more. I am not impressed.
Yeah.
Oh, another roll of film.
Yep, second roll of film complete. God damn it.
What does the space dog have to say?
The space dog needs to shut up.
Can you take a picture of it?
Oh, man.
Look at the little paw prints every time you get ready to take a picture of something. I'm like waiting for a fucking Blue's Clues reference.
Look, Jade, a clue.
Jade Skidoo, we can too. Woo!
And he skidoos with the fart propelled rockets.
Yeah. Jade is a fairly athletic person, and in the early reveals of Beyond Good and Evil, Jade was actually a fairly different character, a younger teenager, actually, and the original cut for this game, I think, was supposed to have no combat at all,
So it's like a slightly more aggressive Pokemon Snap.
Well, don't quote me on that, because I could be getting my wires crossed as far as pre-release information goes, but, they retooled the idea because the initial character wasn't quite so well received. And I can sort of understand it because it's not very empowering to play as a video game character that can't really do much.
Yeah, I
So-
understand why they added combat, especially in 2003, because even nowadays, like, you're seeing certain indie games stress that, like, this is the kind of game where you can go through without needing to kill anybody, and that's like a new and fresh thing. So back then, like, I can imagine that selling a game without combat, especially when it's an adventure game kind of styled like this, I can imagine that would.
I would say
turn
it's
people
more
away.
of emulating a style that was pretty popular at this time of release, and I'm talking, of course, of the hack and slash. We had Devil May Cry, we had Dynasty Warriors. If anybody was playing games of any sort of genre, it was most likely those, because platformers were sort of waning at that point. And I don't think I think they knew in hindsight, well, not in hindsight, but they knew ahead of time, saying that we probably can't sell a game where you're just sneaking around taking pictures.
Well, you know, it seemed to work well for Solid Snake, because I really honestly liked the tanker chapter in Metal Gear Solid 2.
But combat was also an option in that. Not the not the preferred option, but it was there.
Yeah. Although, there was also Fatal Frame, if that counts. Oh, man. Anyway, yeah, our first challenge in this dungeon is going to be to find a way to break chain link fences open.
We can't just climb over it.
Nope.
And we're
Okay.
out of methane.
Oh, man.
Well, maybe Paige wouldn't have so much problem if Jade would share the goddamn nachos.
Yeah, but they're just regular nachos, though. If you want to help, like, fuel methane, you got to put chili in that shit. Cheese. No, cheese would probably constipate you. Anyway, the point is she's hooking up all the goddamn nachos.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is the only dungeon with really diverse wildlife in it. Slightly misleading, because you think throughout the game you're going to keep seeing this many monsters all over the place. But, the future dungeons, the dungeons you go through later, are military installations, belonging to the alpha sections, because gasp shock horror, the military is evil.
It's a conspiracy.
Yeah. Also, yeah, this is basically Link's spin slash.
But she slightly jumps up in the air. Link can't jump.
Well, she jumps up in the air, but until you upgrade the attack, it doesn't actually gain any particular effect other than attacking every enemy that happens to be close by around you. However, you can get an upgrade to the spin attack that causes Jade to shoot out projectiles in all directions that do very slight damage to enemies that are further away. Also, the fireflies. You need to take a picture of these guys too. Don't forget that.
I kind of like the irony of that last picture you took. It's like, ooh, don't go near those, when you had to get right up fucking close to take that picture.
Yeah.
The guys who take the photography for the Nature Channel documentaries really do not get enough credit. Like, I wouldn't get that close to a goddamn jaguar, would you? No, you wouldn't.
Oh. Some animals that are...
Yeah,
you
I don't really buy that it's 64-bit.
Hmm?
Oh, you mean the animal? I'm sorry. I'm still drinking my coffee.
Okay. Well, some animals that are predatory aren't necessarily as hostile as you would think they are toward humans.
Yeah, but I'm still not gonna get close to a goddamn jaguar.
Yeah, well, like, lions are bros, man. They're like...
Yeah,
cuddliest
100
thing
feet.
male-
Yeah,
male-
100 feet away.
No, male
No.
lions
Like-
are bros. Female lions will rip your goddamn throat out because they're the only ones who do anything. Goddamn sexist male lion assholes.
So this is like a Pokemon Snap boss rush right here. There are like so many animals in this one room to take pictures of.
Just throw the fucking hell out of the pester balls over and over again.
No, I know I said this as a joke in part 1, but I'm serious. Why do people want a goddamn Pokemon Snap 2 again? That game is goddamn boring.
Come on, I think it worked for the Wii U.
No,
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Too bad the Wii U's on the way out, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it would sell, but it'd be goddamn boring.
Well, if you want a game about taking pictures on the Wii U, Fatal Frame 5 is actually being localized soon.
Yeah,
I think the
people
game-
are-
yeah,
people are
as a
excited about it.
as a digital only release.
At least we're getting it. We didn't get Fatal Frame 4, goddammit.
I think the
True.
game might already be out. I think that they wanted it out by like Halloween because it was spooky.
I don't think it's out because I think I just read an article about how it's coming out soon, like yesterday.
I could do
but,
some quick
Well,
research.
by the time this part's out, the game will probably be out.
Yeah, maybe. Quite possibly, in fact. But, get that game, because Fatal Frame is awesome, but, it's like a gameplay style that as soon as I learned about the Wii U gamepad, I was thinking, you know what? This is the system for Fatal Frame. This is going to be the system that Fatal Frame does well on. And then I find out we're not getting the goddamn games.
October 22nd.
Ah, right before Halloween.
It will be out by the time this video goes up, so.
Right before Halloween.
Spooky!
So I hope you all got Fatal Frame 5 for Halloween, since it's probably November by now.
It's called Project Zero in Power Regions.
Oh yeah, the actual Japanese title is Zero. So
For Fatal Frame or for Beyond Good and Evil?
Fatal Frame.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to know, guys. I'm seeing two different names here. Anyway, Ancient
Yeah.
Mine.
Yeah, it's only called Fatal Frame here in America, because the titles are basically named off of two different gameplay mechanics. One is like a critical hit frame that you can take a picture on to capture a ghost, and the other is I think the zero shot. Fatal Frame, honestly, is the title that I prefer, but maybe I'm just used to it.
So it costs 150 units to get a nacho.
Yeah.
A nacho, by the way.
A single nacho.
Wait, hold on. 150 units to get a single nacho. How much did we have to pay to turn our power back on?
$350.
God damn! These have got to be delicious nachos.
You know what? They look like really big nachos, but considering that we've got a Spanish guy here, I'm thinking they might be quesadillas.
What kind?
I don't know, but I love me some quesadilla. So, anyway, we got that wrench for Paige. It's an upgrade for Paige specifically, and basically you get him to open up these metal grates. Iris network, yeah, because eyes, we see things, see the truth. Still not as pretentious as the Order.
How
yeah.
many partners do you get throughout the course of the game?
2.
2. Oh.
Is
Yeah,
Paige
2
one of them?
partners. Yes.
Okay.
Is it one of
Yeah.
those? Is it one of these the kind of games where like the plot switches up which partner you have? And
Yeah.
Then, okay, so it's
Yeah.
not like you can switch between them on the fly or anything.
No, that means
Alright.
something's gonna happen to Paige.
Unfortunately. Yeah, unfortunately. And this big turtle shell thing is something that you need to take a picture of. But
Boy,
so
I
is this.
hope it's not radioactive.
So is this. Don't miss this either. These are easy to miss, and this is the real challenge of the animal photography side quest. There are a lot of one-off animals that you only find in one specific place in the game, and I'm gonna get them all over the course of this playthrough. But keep an eye out for them while we're going.
Is it possible to scare away any of those one-offs?
I don't think so, but some of them, at least one of them, has a very narrow window for taking a picture, and
Yeah.
you need to do something to trigger it to appear.
So as long as you don't leave the area,
Yeah.
you can take a picture of it. Because I'd imagine some games would probably like to do that, where well, you're a photographer, of course, you scare them
Yeah.
off if you get too close.
Yeah, the only thing that'll trip you up really is forgetting to take pictures of the enemy monsters before you kill them.
Do you only have a limited amount of shots that you can take? Like if you miss and you don't catch anything in frame, do you only have a limited amount of pictures you can take, or can you just take pictures until the cows come home?
You can take as many pictures as you want.
Take as many pictures until the cows come home, and then you take pictures of the cow.
Okay, that's okay. That's just what I wanted to know, because like if you only had a limited amount of frame before you had to go to get it developed or whatever, that would be a pain in the ass. So,
Yeah.
That sounds like a hard mode mechanic.
video games
Alright.
don't have enough realism in them, man. I need to go to the photo center and process all this film in order to get my realism on.
Need to wait an hour and just meander through the store.
Fuck it, yeah. Let's just give Jade a Polaroid camera. You got to take a picture and then you got to shake it for like a minute to make sure it's good.
Oh, man, but, we have digital cameras these days, so this doesn't even apply.
Yeah, but as we said
Only
earlier,
real photographers use film, Lewis. Jeez.
this planet, this fictional planet seems to be using camera technology of the late 90s, early 2000s. So USB drives and digital cameras are still at their infancy and way too expensive.
16
Oh, yeah.
megabytes for $100.
How many megapixels is in that thing? 0.1. Ooh.
This is probably something that you want to handle on your way out, but I figured I'd get it at the end of this part simply because I remembered it was there, and now that I have the wrench, I can go back and get it. But outside Black Isle, you saw that conspicuous ledge up there that we couldn't reach. Well, now we can reach it by going this way, and there's a steel grating at the end of this tunnel. Make sure you get this while you have Paige. I'm not actually sure if the second partner character you get can open up the fencing.
That's the second species you've taken a picture of that has the second title of Erectus.
Well,
That just no, I'm not going for like giggity, but it's more like are they related?
Maybe. I'm not really sure. It's all...
That might be the... I know that Homo erectus, that was a precursor to humans, so I don't know what it means because I didn't take Latin in high school because Latin's a goddamn waste of time, so, yeah.
Anyway, this particular detour is worth it for several reasons. There are 2 specific animals you can take pictures of, and there's also a health upgrade down below me. So, nice haul.
Do they just keep passing that general area, those snails?
Yeah, I'm just on an endless loop.
So you just like hold the camera in place, waiting for the right opportunity, and then you just see Paige suddenly crawling on his belly. It's like, what the fuck are you doing over there?
Yeah. Heart container. At this point in the game, I actually was experimenting with giving my partner health, which is why Paige has 3 hearts instead of just the 1. I gave him 2 heart containers.
Oh, you care.
Yeah, eventually I'll hoard them all to myself, but for now...
Well, you don't care that much.
Well, if you know that Paige is going to be gone later in the playthrough, it's not really worth giving them anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you should always train Aerith to level 4.
Well,
break.
when Paige leaves your party, he also leaves his heart containers behind, so you don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's actually really good design. Thank you.
So you have nothing to lose then.